July 2005. Alabama's heat clung to my skin. I was 16, half asleep against the car window, headphones blaring to drown out the highway's hum. Magnus and Celeste, my parents, bickered up front, same old noise. The road cut through endless backwoods, pines blurring past. We'd visited Vivian, my older sister, at college, a routine trip. Vivian played perfect. Celeste jabbed at me to be more like her. Magnus barked orders. Another day, another lesson, another test. The vehicle slowed along a rusted train stop. A something off the interstate. Magnus pulled past retired vending machines. Go get me a soda. No eye contact. I jerked my headphones down, blinked. What? Celeste's fake smile didn't reach her eyes. Get your father something to drink, honey, and get me a water. I let out a deep breath, moving into the wall of heat. Pavement cracked beneath my feet. Arguing never worked, it was pointless. Decals on the vending machines peeling. Sun faded. I inserted a crumpled $5 earned over the summer into the slot. The machine creaked, dispelling a warm soda and water. I turned, the bottles held out, anticipating the car vacant. The lot was empty. No sheen of our sedan, and my mind hung up. Perhaps they moved. Perhaps out of sight. I moved forward, breath hanging, scanning empty parking lots. My phone vibrated. Celeste. Let's see how long it takes you to get home. Consider this a lesson in problem-solving. My stomach fell. Not a joke. Not a mistake. They left me. I called, fumbling fingers. Voicemail. Again. Again a hollow rings. I held the soda, crinkling plastic. Pounding hard about a faraway train horn. They weren't returning. It should have destroyed me. But calmness fell upon me, bizarre, cold. This wasn't new at 13. They left me out in a storm for not remembering trash at 14. I walked 6 miles back home in rain for missing the bus. Another lesson. Another proof that I was disposable. The station was silent. A few strangers unaware of me. Anger increased, centering me. I wouldn't wait. Wouldn't play it their way. My pocket contained $140 summer earnings. Not much, but enough. At the ticket window, an old man hardly glanced up. Where is the closest bus station? I asked, voice firm despite the tempest raging inside. Couple miles that direction. He gestured. I nodded, moving. My phone vibrated. Celeste. Don't call your aunt. Your father says figure it out. I blocked her number. Then I phoned Marigold. To rings. Abigail? Sharp with concern, her voice shattered me within. Yet I stood firm. They abandoned me. Marigold train station. They sped away. A pause. A harsh breath. Stay there, darling. I'm on my way. 20 years later. October 11th, 2025. I stood in my corner office at Haven Developments, my actual estate company. Austin's skyline glittered. Streets humming below. My phone pulsed with 39 missed calls. One name searing. Vivian. I hadn't seen her in 20 years. My gut nodded as I played her voicemail. Abby. Answer the phone. Mom and Dad located you. They require your assistance. Her voice like we were children. Like nothing ever occurred. I erased it. Pulse racing. Another. Sobbing. Nothing. A third. Panicked. Abigail. Please. They're desperate. Just speak with me. I almost destroyed the phone. They tracked me down not for remorse, but for cash. Domination. I'd walked out at 16 on a bus ticket and the fire of survival. 3 jobs. A mildewed studio apartment. College loans. Each brick of Haven was mine. Crafted from their embers. Now they wanted in. My hands trembled. Sweeping through my hair. My own reflection in the window was serene. Unruffled. A deception. I'd known this day would arrive. Just not today. Another voicemail. Magnus Holloway. My father. His voice immobilized me, slurred, acidic, booze-soaked. You think you're better than us? We created you, Abigail. All you have because of us. He mocked. You can't erase us. You owe us. A text came next. Your father is disappointed. We need to talk. Call us. Disappointed. They left me, disappeared, and I disappointed them. Anger burned white hot. They hadn't changed. The 16-year-old on that platform wanted to scream, but I wasn't her. I wasn't lost. Wasn't alone. I sent a text to Vivian. Tomorrow, Denny's on FM5. 7 a.m. Come alone, or don't come. I clicked send, placed the phone on the counter, gazed at Austin's lights. Tomorrow, I would face my sister. Fearlessly. Elena Ruiz, my co-worker, tapped lightly. Abigail, are you okay? You look like you've seen a ghost. I smiled, stretched. More like a zombie. They're back. She nodded. Familiar with my tale. You've got this. Dinner tonight. I nodded, thankful for family by choice at Denny's. 7 a.m. Vivian entered, eyes scanning nervously. Same cheekbones, tense shoulders, but older lines at her mouth. Slump. The model daughter, always compliant, smoothing. Playing along, now carrying secrets. Our eyes locked. Neither batted an eye. She sat down, pushing hair behind her ear. Hey, Abby. I drank coffee. I am not Abby. I am Abigail. Her smile faltered. Oh, sorry. She settled into the booth, adjusting the menu. It's been a while. I sat, observing. You're looking well, she said. I arched an eyebrow. You're nervous. Her laugh was subdued. Pained. Yeah, it's complicated. No, Vivian, it's easy, I said, leaning forward. You want something, say it. Her lips clapped shut. Then she let out a breath. Mom and Dad are in trouble. The words tumbled. Practiced. Dad lost money at the casino. Mom went into... The house is going into foreclosure. They need you. I set my jaw. I don't owe them a damn thing. She winced. I'm not asking permission. Just listen. My hand gripped the cup. Listen. Had they listened at that station? In the rain? When decency lost out to character building? They didn't make a mistake. Viv, I said, voice steel. They left me on purpose. She winced. They returned an hour later. I interrupted. Whose fault was that? The air cracked, years of silence disintegrating, pretending it wasn't that bad. Vivian blinked, fingers twisting. They assumed you'd come home. They assumed I'd crawl back. I completed Vivian's sentence. They assumed I'd crawl back. She glared at the Denny's table, shallow breathing. I shook my head. I'm not their daughter anymore. Vivian. I haven't been for a very long time. Her shoulders shook. But I didn't relent. I drew out some bills. Tossed them on the table. If they call me again, I won't be civil. She remained in her chair, her eyes down. I left, not glancing back. I thought it was finished. I was mistaken. October 12, 2025. Morning. I buried myself in work at Haven Developments. Vivian's words tasted bitter, but I wouldn't let them get the better of me. The past was history, something I'd created real, unerasable, or so I believed. A hard knock cut me short. Jenny Larson, my assistant, stood in the door, face pinched. Abigail, you need to see this. She lingered, handing me her phone. I furrowed my brow, took it. Facebook. Open on a post. My breath froze. Our daughter left us in our old age. After all we gave up, another. We raised her to be tough. And this is how she pays us back, heartless. Hundreds of common strangers attacking me. Wow, what a shame. Ungrateful little brat. I hope she dies. Money corrupts people. Shame on her. Some posted Haven's page, labeling me a cold-hearted scammer. Heat rose up the back of my neck. They portrayed themselves as victims, as if I had done something wrong to them. I hung up the phone. Jenny shifted. It's spreading. Clients are reading it, posting horrible reviews. My heart thudded. This was not just posts. This was an attack. I breathed slowly, calming my hands. Who else does know? Jenny hesitated. Some of the staff, larger clients. They're expecting your answer. I nodded. Thanks, Jenny. I'll deal with it. She exited. I called Vivian. Third ring, cautious. Abby? My hand clenched. Did you know about this? There was a silence. She breathed out. I said not to, but they're desperate. Abby? I laughed. Desperate people don't wreck their children. They only want assistance. She attempted. They believe this is the only option through dishonesty. I lost my temper, inciting strangers against me. She remained silent. I shook my head. I should have known they would never change. I hung up. A message came next. Ungrateful kid. Remove that post. A slow, deadly calm descended. I opened my social media. Typed. Some rewrite history to avoid responsibility. I won't let them. I pressed post. Threw the phone aside. They wanted to fight, let them fight. The week was brutal. October 12th to 14th. Damage control non-stop. I monitored Haven's pages. Reassured clients my personal life didn't touch our work. Ignored relatives chiming in on a story they didn't know. Caffeine and willpower kept me going. Sleep scarce. October 14th. My intercom crackled. Abigail, Jenny's voice. Hesitant. An elderly couple insists on seeing you. My coffee turned bitter. Names? She sighed. They say they're your parents. I breathed deep. Imposing calm. Tell them I'm in a meeting. A silence. They're making a scene, obviously. I put down my cup. Went out to the lobby. Celeste was in performance mode, dabbing at imaginary tears with a crumpled tissue. Magnus stood by her side, arms folded, eyes seeking a fight. Celeste spotted me. Keened. My baby. You won't speak to your own mother. Heads turned, workers murmured, phones out. Recording, my jaw clenched. Bile rose. Magnus sneered. Became one of those people, did you? Forgotten where you originated from? I didn't blink. Leave. Celeste grasped her chest, falling to her knees, weeping. I gave birth to you. Abigail. I brought you up, and you treat us like nothing. Whispers went around, some awkward, some amused. I moved forward, voice ice-cold calm. If you don't leave, security will escort you. Magnus drew closer, voice poisonous. You owe us. Abigail, we created you. Celeste's crying ceased, eyes flashing. I see. You can't make us go away. Sweetheart, you're always going to be our daughter. I released a breath, turned toward the security guard. Show them out. Magnus sneered. Bitter. You'll be sorry. Celeste rose, adjusting her dress, saying softly, poor thing, too much money. Not enough heart. Security escorted them out, their voices fading behind glass doors. I should have known they weren't finished. October 15th. A heavy envelope arrived on my desk. Jenny, furrowed brows. From a law office. By delivery. I gawked. Déjà vu striking. I ripped it open. Scanned the lines, my heart thudded. Magnus and Celeste had made a legal complaint under filial responsibility legislation, asking me to provide for them financially. The same individuals who had left me at the age of 16 now wanted my money by legal means. I laughed, dryly. Unbelievable. I pinched my nose. Jenny leaned in. You all right? Call David, I instructed. I need my attorney. She nodded. Departed. I walked, phone to ear. David Cohen's measured tone piercing through. Technically, in a few states, they may have grounds. I halted. They leave me. But I owe them? He sighed. Texas isn't extreme, but they can make your life miserable. They're counting on you settling so they don't have to engage in a public fight. I scorned. Bitter. They don't know me. My phone vibrated. Celeste. Saccharine. Abigail. Honey. We just want to work something out. We wouldn't have to do this if you'd cooperate. My voice was frost. Help you? After what you've done? She breathed dramatically. That was years and years ago. Families do fight. Parents screw up. We're still your parents. In a bind, my hand clenched. You lost the right to do that when you left us. Her voice toughened. Fight us, and we'll sue. Do you want that shame? I hung up, my heart pounding but firm. Elena Ruiz knocked, eyes worried. Saw the posts, and now this. You require backup. I nodded. Dinner this evening. Plan. Marigold's voicemail later. Abigail. I have seen the news. You are not alone. Call me. Clients wrote. Some sympathetic, others uncertain. Haven's reputation hung in balance. But I had created it out of nothing. I would fight for it. Austin's skyline glowed in my office. A reminder of what I had gained. They'd wanted my money. My shame. They'd get neither. Celeste's threat rang in my ears. Shame. As though shame could befall me now. I came close to laughter at the irony. My rage hardened. Hard. Unbreakable. Try me, I said, with a steady voice. I hung up, Heart racing, not fear, but fury. They believed they could crush me. They had no concept of who I was. October 15th, 2025. They struck at Haven Developments. I should have anticipated it. Lawsuit. Social media fabrications. Office melodrama, but the blow stung severely. At my desk. Leafing through contracts. Jenny knocked. Nervous. Check your email. I furrowed an eyebrow. Picked up my phone. Subject line. Concerning allegations against you. My gut nodded. Abigail. I hope this isn't real. Anonymous messages have been received with claims of financial impropriety, especially with your family taking funds, shirking obligations. A history of dishonesty. We require clarification. From an upstanding investor. Screenshots that came with the email. Forged emails. Theft from my parents. Constructing Haven on their sacrifices. Labeling me a fake. I took a breath. Dumped the phone on the desk. Fists tight. Jenny hovered. What's up? They're trying to kill me, I said, trying to keep my voice even. Who? She asked. Who do you think? It was 15 minutes before my business partner hesitated. There's a lot of these messages. Abigail. Some lead to an IP connected to your parents. I white-knuckled my desk, eyes closed. They'd attempted guilt. Humiliation, now my profession. This was war. I summoned an emergency meeting with my PR team. October 16th. They sat, faces stern. Don't respond publicly. One advised, let it pass. No, I said resolutely. I'm not being silent. I wrote a statement. For years, I endured manipulative parents. I walked away to safeguard myself. Now, after 20 years, they're attempting to kill my profession. I won't allow it. I hit post. Fearless. Hours later, Magnus sent. Ungrateful brat. You made the biggest mistake. I glared, then texted. Go on, and I'll sue. Last chance. I sent it, no response. They would not leave alone. October 17th. Jenny dropped a thick envelope onto my desk. Face white. From a law firm. I ripped it open. Intentional. Magnus and Celeste Holloway versus Abigail Holloway. Filial responsibility statutes. Seeking monetary support. A bitter laugh slipped out. Their last resort. Guilt didn't work. Lies didn't work. So they went to courts. Jenny hovered. So now what? Call David. I told him. I'm coming. On David Cohen's desk. The lawsuit spilled across the oak. He read quickly, his head shaking. Fragile case. Texas does not have strict filial laws, but publicity might damage Haven. I clenched my fists. Then we go public. My rules. He raised an eyebrow. So sure? I nodded. I've played defense long enough. That evening, I put up the truth and edited. Raw at the train station at 16. Their desertion. Their disappearance for 20 years. Their comeback for money by October 18th. Morning. It had gone viral. The tide shifted. Strangers who'd condemned me now seethed. More cruel. Leaving a child and then suing her? Unbelievable. They have coming. Magnus and Celeste lost the story. October 21st. Vivian phoned. Voice tense. They lost everything. Abigail. Austin's skyline shining from my car. I held the wheel. That's on them. She breathed out. Trembling. They're blaming it on you. Of course. I told her. All the decisions brought them to this place. She did not protest at first. October 23rd. I drove by my old house in Austin's suburbs. A for sale sign stood in the weedy yard. House empty, smaller than memory. No victory. No triumph, only relief. They had no control over me. October 28th. Peace came to my balcony. Austin bathed in golden light. A warm breeze stroked my skin. Wine glass in hand. The chaos receded, leaving silence. A knock broke it. I knew who. Vivian. Eyes puffy, drained. Abigail, please. They have nowhere to go. Dad's drinking worse. Mom begs for one more chance. They're our parents. I clung to the doorframe. Heart weighed. They made their choice. Her face collapsed. How can you be so cold? Selfish. I interrupted. Tears spilled. I don't want to lose my sister. My throat tightened. You didn't lose me. They did. Her sob broke. Hands shaking. They just need. I'm not repairing what they destroyed. I said. Backing away, take care. Vivian. I closed the door. Guilt-free. An hour later, on my balcony, the skyline glimmered. Their voices guilt, shame, what if's gone silence. Lovely, I messaged Marigold. Dinner this weekend. My treat. Mexican. Extra margaritas? Instant response. Finally, Mexican it is. I scrolled to my parents' numbers. Ghosts remaining. I blocked them, no second chances. No manipulation. Elena Ruiz phoned. Clients are returned. Abigail, your post paid off. Jenny sent an email. Investor requests a meeting, says you're sound. Haven held firm. Like me. I entered inside. Closed the door. I wasn't fleeing, I was liberated. Family isn't blood, it's who are there for you. I bore their weight. Guilt, fear, believing I needed to win love. But walking away. Establishing boundaries, that's strength. Freedom. If you've experienced toxicity, you don't owe suffering for DNA. You deserve freedom. Have you ever left a toxic relationship? How did it transform you? If this didn't hit, explain why. Like, subscribe, hit the bell for more real stories. Your support powers this. Let's keep sharing truth.